What's up, guys? So doing my first not top deck profile. I just want to do a lot of content on this channel, and it's fitting out Salamangreat. People that don't know, I've played this deck since it came out, like consistently. It was the only deck I could afford until I got a job, and I love it. I love these types of decks, these mid-range decks. So thought it'd be very good. So we're gonna get into it now. So we play the 3 Foxy, standard, 2 Spinny, standard, 2 Jaguar, it's standard. I might balls it and play one day, but I don't have the balls to lose it to Desires, or like Call by the Grave or DD Curry. 1 Gazelle, can I please have 3 Konami, and 1 Falco. Salamangreat lineup, it's nothing special. So we'll just blitz through that. The 3 Parallel Exceeds. This is a new guy that came out in Netco. This guy just reads when you link summon, you summon it, and then when it's summoned by the effects of Parallel Exceed, you can special summon another Parallel Exceed from the deck. And its other effect is if it's special summoned by Parallel Exceed, they both it becomes level 4. So essentially it just reads make a rank 4 or a link 3 off of 1 link summon, and that's fantastic. It gives Salamangreat the ability to do a big push turn 1 and like put down something like a Dweller very cost efficiently. Making Dweller before was very, I wouldn't say difficult if you played like Foul, but it was definitely not efficient. Like you'd burn a fair bit of resources trying to put the Dweller on board, and it was definitely risky going into stuff like Nibiru format. So it's nice to have one that's a bit more easy to plant. And it's a Cyburst too, so it has some interactions with some of the other cards that we play, like Full Mud Skipper. This card reads Search Parallel Exceed. And I think that's very important in a format where your win condition is Rage Dweller. I still loved Lady Debug, and I think Lady Debug is still very strong. It's just, you can't really risk losing your Lady Debug summon to a Veiler or an Impermanence or an Ash, which are all cards that are very around the format at the moment. In recent times, you could get away with it because it'd only be like 3 to 6, but now it's like 9 to 12 interactions with the Lady Debug, and it's just not really worth losing that summon to just search a Gazelle. So I would rather just search the rank 4 play. And if they stop that, you still have 2 guys on board. So it's pretty nice. And I hate Flame Buffalo. I think that card sucks. Discarding a Cyburst to draw 2 is not good. I will tell you that now. When there's only 4 guys you really want to discard. Suck me, nerds. 3 Ash, standard and salad. 3 Ghost Mourner. I think this card's incredible. Have since I read the effect. I'm glad that people have caught on to it. I don't want to sound like arrogant about it, but I've loved this card since it came out. 3 Nib, Blowout, and then the 3 Impermanence. I value Impermanence over Veiler because it is still a better negation card than Veiler. And in this deck, you don't care about having tuners. It's also a big plus. And your deck plays traps, so being able to negate cards like that is way better, in my opinion. And it doesn't lose to stuff like Quacky Mirror Guardian as well, which is a very impactful card in this format. 3 William, 1 Sanctuary, 1 Circle. It's just the standard. Can we please have 3 Circle Konami? Please, can you just buff Salamangreat Konami? Please, bro. 3 Sign Out Mining. 3 Desires. All standard. I guess I see some people play 2 Desires, but it's a high impact card. Why would you not want to play 3 Desires? Like, I feel like if your deck is playing Desires, it's probably 3 or 0. 2 Rage. I was considering 3, but it's not good if you don't see the Salamangreat part of your deck. And it's only okay if you don't see the Dweller part of your deck. So. And then 1 Raw. This deck's already 41. I was playing 2 for 42, but honestly, I never really want to see Raw. Like, it's not a card that, I wished I had Raw. It's good in the simplified game states. Like, you just mill it with Gazelle in those states. And if you banish it off Desires, you banish it off Desires. And a lot of people are playing stuff like Lightning Storm, and I have seen some evenly matched. And I mean, probably if you're getting even lead or Lightning Stormed and losing your one trap interaction, it's a win for them, really, because you don't care about Sanctuary. If your Raw gets Lightning Stormed, it gets Lightning Stormed. So I don't think Rage gets Lightning Storm, gets Lightning Storm. You still got them under Dweller. It means you just don't get the full blowout. So I think Rage is a little bit average right now, in my honest opinion. Anyway, extra deck. So extra deck, I've talked about this card a lot. Dweller. So glad it's finally getting ultimate, right? This card deserves it. I'm definitely getting an ultimate. I never really max my cards, so if I'm getting it, it definitely deserves it. It's a card that definitely deserves it. But this and Rage is your win con, and Parallel Exceed makes this card like its job. Tapir, it's like Dweller, but in other matchups, there'll be I think Dinos one where Tapir is better than Dweller, except if they have the Tree Kings. But they're both really strong, for sure. I think Dino's probably a bad one to mention because they're both really strong against it. And then one Dugarus. It helps you when you brick. Being able to discard 1 to draw 2. I know I was harping on Flame Buffalo before, but this is just way better because it is also a fire monster. So it does have that going for it. And it helps you kill shot as well, which is, this deck is actually, very good at kill shotting, but this also just helps you kill shot. And then links, it's the boring 8. If you've played this game in the last year, the boring 8. Then the update jammer to help your Cyberse monsters kill. Transcode Talker. I find myself making the Transcode Talker Sunlight Wolf board less and less turn 1. This is really good, obviously, after turn 1. You've gone through your rank 4 play. The cool thing about this is it makes Access Code Talker really easily. If you can make Access Code Talker without this, it makes your Access Code Talker untouchable, untargetable. It's really good. And obviously, these two are just a kill shot. And then talking about him, Access Code Talker, this card's incredible. Salamangreat struggled with monster removal because March Daily got banned. It can still be kind of hard to deal with monsters without making a link 4, but the option's there now. The option didn't really exist before outside of Borrowload Dragon, and it's a lot harder to make Borrowload Dragon in this deck than it is Access Code Talker. And this guy is just arguably better at the moment than it, and it being a Cyberse means you can transcode, make it easier. Like, this card is infinitely easier to make. And then the one and only Zeraboros. I love this card in this deck still. It just gets really big against certain decks. Like the Eldritch deck banishes a lot of cards in its combos as well. So you get really big, and you can make it attack twice as update jammer. It's just a big boy. But the other thing is you can just use it to clear boards. And like I was saying before, Salad has a hard time dealing with established boards. So this definitely helps. So yeah, I hope you appreciated my Salamangreat deck profile. And remember to like, rate, comment, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And this will be Dropbear signing out. Peace.